Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. Today, I am going to share with you a prophetic dream a dear brother sent to us through the mail. I will read this dream to you in the exact way he sent it to us. Nothing is added and nothing is taken away from his testimony. This is the undiluted message as he shared it. But before I continue, I would encourage you to subscribe to our channel, watch our videos, share, like, and comment. Now, let me read his prophetic dream to you. I'm not from America, and I'm not French either, so I don't know why God chose to reveal this to me. My name is Nathan. I was born and raised in a town in Canada, but I've been living in Europe for the past 3 years. For the most part, life has been peaceful and very nice living in Europe. Recently, I had a dream. No, it was more like a vision, a prophetic dream that was very serious. I knew deep down it wasn't just a dream. It was a warning from God, a revelation of something far more terrifying than anything I've ever known. A friend of mine had an issue with his laptop and called me to fix it, as I am a laptop technician. He gave me his house address, and I was supposed to visit him the following day to repair the laptop. However, the night before, I had this dream. In the dream, I was on my way to the house to repair the laptop, following the address my friend gave me. However, I made a wrong turn and decided to make a U-turn. Even after driving for a long time, I couldn't find the place. I tried calling my friend, but his phone was unreachable. I eventually drove to a dead-end road and didn't know where to go, so I decided to head back home. Just as I was about to turn around, I saw an old man with 2 walking sticks passing by my car. Something urged me to get out and show him the address, thinking he might help me find the location. He then asked me to leave my car and follow him, assuring me that he would help. I followed him for a very long distance, but I eventually became tired and asked, "Please, where is this place? I'm exhausted, and I need to go back." He turned, looked at me, and laughed, saying, "My son, you can't go back alone. We've come a long way. Follow me. I want to show you something." Suddenly, we found ourselves standing in the middle of a small forest near a town I didn't recognize. Hidden within the forest was an abandoned building. An unnatural kind of stillness that immediately made me uneasy. I didn't know where I was. The structure was decaying, with broken windows and vines crawling up its walls. It was isolated, almost like it had been forgotten by the world. The old man asked me to enter. I didn't want to enter the building at first. I just stood there, wondering why I had been brought to this place. He gestured for me to follow him. I didn't understand why, but I felt compelled to obey. He led me into the building, and as we stepped inside, the place was filled with people, hundreds of them, all wearing black clothing and face masks. Their faces were covered, their movements quiet and deliberate. They were spread out, some kneeling, others standing, but every single one of them was focused on something that I couldn't quite make out at first. These people were so busy that they didn't notice our presence, even though we weren't that close to them. The old man asked me to watch them carefully, but I was confused because I didn't know or understand what was happening. No one was speaking, everyone was just busy. I asked the old man with a low tone because I didn't want them to feel our presence. "Who are these people? And what are they doing with masks on their faces?" The old man asked me to watch them closely. "I will find out what they are doing." As I looked closer, I realized they were gathered around 2 flags, one of America and the other of France. The flags were laid out on the floor like some kind of ritual, and these masked people were marking them with symbols I had never seen before. It was so strange, like they were preparing for something dark. One man out of them picked the American flag and wrote on it, "Attack this flag, which is the American flag." He wrote that with red ink like blood. And another person also came out of them and picked the French flag, and he wrote, "Attack! Attack!" also with red ink like blood. The old man beside me didn't speak, but I understood. These were not ordinary people. They were terrorists, planning something unspeakable. My heart began to race as I realized what I was witnessing. I became very afraid and wanted to run away from there, because if they saw me, they would behead me. The old man told me not to be afraid, because these people cannot see us. We can see them, but they can't see us. It wasn't just a meeting. This was a plot, an elaborate, evil plan to unleash terror on the nations these flags represented. As I watched, I saw them discussing the timing of a series of bombings in both countries. They planned to strike in public places where the population would be at its most vulnerable: schools, hospitals, parks, and even public transportation hubs. The attacks would be simultaneous, leaving no time for coordinated responses or evacuation. The devastation would be massive and the terror unimaginable. I then saw them pull out maps. These weren't just any maps. They were detailed layouts of churches, mosques, and synagogues in both America and France. Their plan was to target these places of worship during peak times, ensuring the maximum number of casualties. They wanted to strike at the heart of faith, instilling fear not only in the public, but also in the spiritual communities. I also saw them plotting cyber attacks on power grids and water systems. Their intention was to cause blackouts and water shortages, plunging entire cities into darkness. Without power or clean water, millions would be left vulnerable, and the panic would spread like wildfire. The chaos they wanted to unleash wasn't just physical, it was also psychological. They aimed to cripple the infrastructure, leaving people hopeless and desperate. At this point, the weight of what I had witnessed became too much. My knees buckled under the fear and horror of it all. I turned to the old man beside me, hoping he would explain what I had just seen. But instead, he simply looked at me and said, "Go and warn them. Go. My son, go, now." With those words, I woke up. It was 3 a.m., and the dream felt as real as if I had lived it. I knew instantly that this was no ordinary dream. It was a message, a prophetic vision meant to warn both America and France of the impending danger. I don't know why God chose me to receive this dream, but I know that I cannot keep silent. This is a call for prayer, for vigilance, and for repentance. The enemy is plotting, and they are relentless. But I believe that through faith and intercession, we can thwart these plans. We must be ready, spiritually and physically, for the battle ahead. God has shown me the darkness that lurks in the shadows, but I believe He has also given us the power to overcome it. Now is the time to rise up, to pray for protection over the nations, and to stand firm in the face of the terror that seeks to destroy. May God have mercy on us all. Thank you for watching. We encourage you to take His warning to heart and to pray for protection over our nations. If you found this video impactful, please like, share, and comment below with your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Together, let's stand firm in faith and be a light in the darkness. God bless you all.